Hey guys, halfway through this video, I had a pet emergency. One of my pets fell, so there's no audio about halfway through this video. I still tried to get as many camera angles as I could while I could. There's some good stuff if you want to watch it, but if you only want to watch the part I'm casting, I'd appreciate that. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I'll get back to full casting tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Nebulous Cast. I'm happy to be here today. We got a 3K 4v4 on pillars. This time hopefully a lot less laggy than the last game we had yesterday. But this is going to be a good game today. The only player I recognize here is M1 Abrams. You've seen him a couple times. He's done some pretty good stuff, so hopefully he will bring some more today. If we take a look at where each team is going, very interestingly, blue team is going heavy bottom. We've seen this a couple times, but not too much. But we have seen some success if blue team goes under the map and orange team is unaware, and they appear at E and just overtake orange team. Does look like there will be one orange team player maybe near the bottom that will see this, but we'll see how this plays out. Much of orange team, they're heading to each control point on their side, but let's get the ship introductions out of the way and see what's going on. Sorry, something in my throat there, guys. This looks to be on the orange side of the map. Haha. Okay, we got BRY here. He has a destroyer with a L2 torpedo bay, missile launcher. Let's see how many torpedo bays he has. He has 4 torpedo bays. He has a lock-on and then a MK600 beam cannon. Very nice. He has another beam cannon ship here, same as the first. So it looks like he has a very small hit squad. We'll see what he wants to do with that. We have FNV here, hosting us 2 twin heavy cruisers with a Mark 66, a Mark 68, a missile launcher, 4 Aurora laser systems, and a lock-on. Looks like we have another missile launcher down here, so a lot of missile defense coming out of these heavy cruisers. We have AT over here. Let's see, he has 3 light cruisers. He has lock-on, a missile launcher. How many? 4 machine gun point defense, a Mark 62, or 2 Mark 62s and a Mark 64. I know his ships are a little bit different here. This one is giving us 3 Mark 64s, 2 Mark 62s, and a missile launcher. Very interesting here. I wonder if this is to make his ship look bigger or to create a jamming field around him. I wish I could tell. He has he has a blanket jammer here and illuminator here. 2 Mark 64s and 4 machine gun point defense. Okay. We have D's. D's is going to have 4 Mark 64s. He's going to have 2 flak and 2 machine gun point defense along with some lasers, and all of his ships are going to be the same. So a decent amount of firepower having that many Mark 64s. BRY has another Sprinter here, having a L3 torpedo bay along with lock-on, so he might try to get some mace missile hits. Let's take a look at the blue team real quick. Hold on, let's see, are these Thunderheads going to do anything? They're probably going to get taken out. I want to try and introduce everyone real quick, but let me make sure these don't do anything. I don't think they will. With the flak and with that much flak and machine gun point defense, if they are automatic, this is going to easily take out these. Oh, yep, here it comes. Okay, let's try to introduce the ships real quick. We have FCN here. Also a Sprinter with an L3 torpedo bay along with a blanket jammer. Very nice. Let's take a look here. We have Brim. We have 8 Rams. He has a Reigns with 2 Aurora point defense along with some missiles. Then he has us a heavy cruiser with 2 Mark 81s railguns and a MK610 beam turret along with multiple, let's see, that's going to be full flak point defense, along with some missile point defense and missile launchers. And then, let's see, does he have another splinter? He does have a splinter with him. This is probably, what's the word? This is probably a booster. Let me get the right word for it here. I can't find it here. I need to find it. But this is going to make this ship look massive, so it makes it hard to track the heavy cruiser. It does have a blanket jammer and a hang-up jammer. A lot of E-wall on that ship. Looking at M1A, he's going to have us a heavy cruiser with 2 Mark 66s, a Mark 68, and giving us 3 flak point defense, 2 Aurora point defense, and a lock-on. A lot of point defense coming from M1A here. Is his other heavy cruiser the same? It is. So I don't expect missiles to do a lot of damage to him this game. Oh gosh, yeah, let me hurry up here. We do have OPA here. He's going to be a battleship who's about to start firing. He has 3 MK68s and MK66. He has a 6, 10, and 10. We do have 2 particle beams coming out from the assassin hit squad as he's firing on the team. Very good position for BOY, and he's launching a volley of thunderheads here. Looking at the point defense here, we have, I see 1 flak, I see 2 flak point defense and some missile defense. So a lot of trap vehicles coming out to defend himself. He did turn his Mark 68s to this hit squad, who's moving at a pretty good speed, and I understandable. He is firing 450mm HE rounds. Let's see if he's going to get a hit here. He does miss. That's pretty unfortunate. The particle beams are going to fire again, and the missile volley is coming out here. Multiple good hits, taking out a Mark 68 here. That's a lot of damage lost. He might have a repair team for that, though. He's going to continue firing. Looks like he's going to retreat. He's been caught out in a pretty bad position. The orange team has pretty much full reign over him, as AT's light cruiser squad is going to continue to move closer. Looking at the sole loser here, taking some 450mm fire, but not too much. We do have some blue team missiles coming out from Fawn in retaliation. A great flank. Hasn't looked like it's destroyed the laser yet, but is going to push back BRI. Oh, sorry, I didn't even see. We do see the multiple impact points of those missiles here. A lot of internal damage here. I'm highly concerned for OPA's battleship here. More missiles coming to hit BRI's ship. A lot of internal damage. Those hurricanes coming back around. Wow. Let's continue to try and see what's happening here. We have more missiles coming in. OPA's 2 flak was not sufficient enough. And also, he got caught pretty out of position here. Let me see what's going on. I see there was a particle beam coming from 8 Rams here. The MK610 beam turret has a 5-kilometer range, but it has some pretty incredible damage if you can get some hits off. But it looks like Dees is firing his 250mm HE rounds directly into the 8 Rams jack, doing significant damage here. He's going to take this out pretty quickly. That's going to be a good amount of point defense for 8 Rams eliminated. We do have some hurricane missiles coming out, but machine gun and flak point defense are easily going to eliminate that. Looks like they're having more trouble than I thought, actually, dealing with that. We have a continued volley of hurricane missiles coming out here. We can just watch here for a second. A beautiful scene here. That particle beam coming out, doing some pretty significant damage. We do have a bunch of thunderheads in retaliation coming out here. Let's see what's happening here. Looks like multiple missiles are being hit onto the cephalopod. We'll look at the damage here in a second. But those 250 beams coming in does not look like it did take out the MK610 beam turret. That is a huge win for the orange team. We do have AT coming in as support fire too. Usually going underground works pretty well, but not this time. It looks like Orange team has enough firepower to combat this. They did take out the 8 Wham's Jack, though we do have FCN launching missiles from the flank against D's. I'm concerned about Cephalopod, who's taking a lot of damage. Let's see what M1A decides to do. Those missiles coming in, and all going to get some direct shots here. We do have a huge volley of Gale missiles coming from above, trying to flank M1A, whose point defense does not look like it's fully pointed to attention here, but it is going to fire the best of its abilities. Let's zoom out here so we can try to see all that's going on. This is an extremely action-packed game right now. Looks like the Gale missiles all missing. We do have a bunch of mace torpedoes coming in. Remember, guys, these do 5,000 damage if they make their hits. Let's see if they're going to make any hits onto D's. Does not look like the mace torpedoes are going to hit their target. But does look like D's in the west of D's is going to retreat after taking some pretty serious damage. Though for the orange team, F and V is coming behind the blue team. This is going to be a pretty good position for the orange team if they surround 8 Whams and M1A here. They're going to begin firing the 450mm HE rounds right now. If we take a look at 8 Wham Cephalopod, looks like he did just finish repairing his MK610 beam turret. It looks like he's getting ready to aim that. That could do some pretty serious damage if it's not taken out. The railgun is starting to fire at AT here, but AT does have a pretty good angle. He's going to take some damage, but not maximum damage from that railgun. We do have a surrender right now. Looks like that surrender is going to come from Opa. I totally missed this while I was distracted downstairs. Though we do have FCN. They did take out Bry. Bry is going to surrender too. We already have one player from each side eliminated. Let's go back down here to see what's happening. Blue team is pushing orange team out from underneath them. The points are pretty much exactly even, so this is really down to a battle of fleets here. M1A, having healthy ships, is going to continue pushing the assault here. Those 450mm HE rounds are doing some pretty serious damage to the ATs here. Or to the light cruiser, not AT. He's doing damage to AT's light cruiser here. That particle beam, it's just out of range, having a 1 kilometer less range. But D's ship is there, but he was not aiming there, so he did not get a full volley off. Unfortunate for MR8. Let's see what's happening over here. So we do have missiles coming out, Hurricane missiles coming out of FCN. Does look like a couple hits coming out on the Anarchin. Looks like a couple more coming in. Looks like we did have an explosion here coming from one of FCN's ships. M1 Abrams was saying, wow, I wonder if his ship looks like it got caught in that. Which is going to do some pretty good damage to his ship, actually. Let's see. F and V looks like he's no longer moving down to help engage blue team after fighting FCN, but the missiles that did hit looks like they damaged the engine and multiple internal components. We do have the Aurora point defense kicking on. Looks like they actually might have been hitting the chaff decoy. Let's take a look at what's going on right now. Let's go back down here. M1A is continuing his assault, getting really close to A1, who's standing his ground, firing that 250 millimeter cannons directly at to MA1, who looks like he's taken some damage, but not a significant amount actually. We do have the particle beam firing, getting a decent hit, taking out that illumination right there. Wow, a lot of 450 HE fire. Most light cruisers are not going to be able to take that much damage, as the 450mm HE round is doing 120 component damage each hit. And being this close, they're going to fully penetrate that. Also, we have some whale gun shots coming in. There goes the particle beam again, hitting that engine. Ooh, he may have taken out the engine there. He does take out the missile system there, and he also takes out the lock-on. This fight was going pretty well for Orange Team, but it seems like it's flipped the tables. And the battleships, being bulkier than they are able to do serious damage to Orange Team. Looks like D's maybe trying to get control points. No longer will help with this engagement there. He might be too injured to continue. The particle beam coming out again. Definitely going to destroy that Mark 64 there. Destroyed the Mark 62. I'm surprised it didn't take out the Mark 64. Wow, this is... It looks like... The Ghastly looks like it's falling to the earth here. Pretty good angle on that whale gun, too. Doesn't look like he's following pretty much any of his weapons anymore. I don't know if any of them are functional. M1A pretty much going to take point E, which would turn the control points in favor of Blue Team. Continued 450mm fire coming in right now. Not doing too bad. They do take out AT here. Sorry for not talking, guys. I was concerned for one of my pets for a minute there. Yeah, the AT Ghastly has been taken out, though he's going to continue firing there as he does not know. There goes the particle beam coming out. Definitely finishing off this dead ship. Looking at the rest of the game, FVN is continuing to stay pretty much on this side of the map. He did take out FC in there. Let's see. Yeah, it does look like Blue Team, though, is going to start taking point E thanks to FC in. But does look like F and V is moving at full speed right now. Continuing to fire here. Hold on, guys. I'm actually going to record the rest of this game in post. I have a pet emergency right now. So I will tell you guys when I'm back.
The enemy is securing zone common. The enemy secured zone eclipse. The enemy secured zone common. securing zone Boxer.